Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted. Today I am going to be doing a love message for the air signs. And then next we'll do earth signs. There is some Taurus energy here. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, interested in a Taurus, or vice versa. You guys could be working on determining lust over love and deciding when it is that you're really in love with somebody or loving somebody versus in lust with them. Okay. Divine beings, spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, and all those else that help me on my journey and help me to deliver messages to the collective. Please provide protection over myself and the listeners, and provide protection over this reading, bringing in positivity, understanding, and guidance. Allow this message to be something that helps them to grow forward, to be the best selves that they want to be, with peace, love, and light. Okay. You guys could be working on self-awareness, emotional self-awareness. Before I get any further into this message, though, I want to let you guys know that this is going to be a two-parter. So this first part, I'm going to be using, I think this is called the Psychic Tarot deck. And then in the second part, I will be using the Cupid's Arrow Oracle cards. Okay, love message for the air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I would strongly listen for your Venus sign. So you have Love Begins. This is the Ace of Cups card in the traditional tarot. Ace of Cups. You can be forming a new love connection or creating a new love connection. You've been burnt a lot in the past, so you may be in like a flight or fight kind of response here. You may be lacking some hope, but Spirit is asking you to move forward in a positive motion and continue to have hope when it comes to love. Things that you are looking for, asking for, they're for you. Nothing, I know it's in reverse, so this means that you're feeling like it's not for you, but it's for you. Spirit says this love that you're asking for is for you. If it's something that you desire, it's for you. Nobody can take it away or chase it away from you. It is for you. However, you must believe. You must believe that this love that you're seeking is for you. You need to be patient. And the planning, I feel, is more like making room for the new. So letting go of the old baggage from others that you have had. All those burn scars that you hold in your heart, it's time to release that if you are wanting that true love that you've been asking for and that you've been seeking. Because right now, the fact that you're still holding on to some of those burns, some of those pains, you are not fully open to the things that God or Spirit has for you. You're not fully connected in a way that's going to cause longevity in the relationships in which you wish to have. And I'm also hearing that this could be platonic and not necessarily just romantic. So it could also be romantic, right? But which is what I was picking up on in the beginning, but it could also be platonic because we do love our friends and our business partners to an extent. We appreciate their time and their energy, or else we wouldn't give our time and energy to them, correct? Correct. Unless you like wasting your time. I don't, so I don't do that. And so then we have, as I was talking about those things, we have the crown chakra that came out. You could be working on your spiritual practices and connecting more with God or divine. And you're doing it in a way that feels right for you, so you can connect with your authentic partner or another person that also feels the same you do when it comes to your spiritual/religious values. We have deception and envy in the reverse, but I feel like that's something you've been working on. Excuse me, I have the hiccups and I'm burping. You've been working on that. And you are waiting patiently to kind of resolve the way you handle the envy that you feel towards certain situations, and as well as deception. Like, you could be a person that would totally just crash out or get real upset when there's deception around, but you're working on how you handle that. And because you're changing the way you handle that, and it's almost like you're becoming more of a human lie detector in a sense, that you are no longer feeding into it as much as you used to in the past. So now you're patiently waiting for the love to come in that you've been asking for with the waiting game. That's why you have patience here. And to continue, I feel like this planning isn't necessarily planning something out, but it's more like working on yourself, healing your inner traumas, whether it be from childhood, teenhood, young adulthood, mid-adulthood, late adulthood. You're really working on letting go of certain things. And I feel like you're letting go of telling yourself lies, like feeding yourself things that you just want to hear, because you're recognizing air signs that this isn't really moving you in the direction you truly want to go in. At the bottom of the deck, after talking about these 3 cards and the cards that we have here, we have Harmony. And they look totally in love. Well, to an extent, she don't look too happy. But this is giving me the Lover's card in the General Tarot deck. And so that tells me that you guys are working on building a strong, loving foundation. You guys are creating balance. Harmony and balance are important together. Partnerships and alliances in reverse. This deck doesn't technically do reversals, but if I feel it's right, I'll leave it that way. In this case, though, I don't feel it's right to have it in the reverse. I will let you know what it means. But first, I want to speak to that this is bringing in people that are good for you. You are possibly in the mindset that you don't deserve anything better than what you've been dealt, and that's not true. You need to let that perception go, because this is the 3 of Swords card, and this card speaks about heartbreak. As you see at the bottom, it said heartache and loss. You're no longer allowing yourself to go in those same direction, that same path that you were going in before. Like, you are now more open to the idea that, you know what, maybe that's not those aren't the kind of men or women I'm supposed to have as my partner. And you're really recognizing the lessons that you may have lost in the past when it came to those situations, but now you're seeing the lesson for what it is. Any other love message for air signs? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and emotional loss. Somebody in your family could have passed away, or you could feel like a piece of you is missing due to a separation or a breakup. You could have been struggling moving on, but Spirit is wanting you to know it's okay to let go and move on. You're doing nothing but causing yourself more heartache and pain. You need to choose wisely, because if you continue to stay in the same path that you're on, the new beginnings you seek will not come to you. The new beginnings will just stay away, right? You won't be able to start that new chapter. It's not going to have the foundations, the stability that you're seeking, and it won't be there. And look, here you're in a good space. This also has a rainbow on it, and that is why it made me look, because this one has a rainbow, but it's in the reverse. Why? Because right now, if you continue to hold on to the pains and stuff and continue to resist the need to let go, you're going to repeat the same cycles. You're not going to get a new beginning, right? It might be a new person, but it won't be anything like new. So in other words, you may be part of the problem. You may not be creating a solution. You may be making things worse because you're holding on to some of these pains and you're not recognizing them as pains. But Spirit says, if you stick with me, I'll show you and I'll help you through this. But you need to have patience and faith that things will work out and leave you with success, leave you with the outcomes and peace you desire. Spirit also says that you may not be open to the things like you say you are because you're so worried about the things that happened in the past. And while you may not want to see that you could be part of the problem, Spirit is saying allowing yourself to see that is going to bring forth what you've ultimately been desiring, which is freedom, peace. You need to soften your approach with certain situations. As the less soft approach or the more rowdy approach isn't really providing you your desired outcome. All right, so this is part 1 of your love message for January 2025. If you would like to move on to part 2 and see what the Cupid's Arrow Oracle cards have to say, please subscribe to my Patreon. There is the minimum payment will be $5. I can't remember what's here. I made it. I had to go back and look, but I'll put the link in the description box below. Peace, love, and light.